Thank you, Chandra. I think we can start. Is it live now?
Yes.
Okay. Welcome, everyone. Now, before we begin, I'd like to express my heartful gratitude to the universe, to all the enlightened masters who have guided humanity, to Brahma Shri Pitama Patriji for bringing the wisdom of meditation into our lives, to the PSSM Australia team for this opportunity, and to Anita Moorjani for courageously sharing her life journey through Dying to Be Me. I also thank each one of you for being here with an open heart. May this discussion inspire us to live with more love and less fear. I'm also grateful for the opportunity to offer this through Inner Awakening with Shivani in collaboration with PSSM Australia. Thank you. So, as we all know, we are here to start our Swadhyay on Dying to Be Me. And as written on the poster, it's shared by Anita Moorjani. It's a story. Chandra, can I please have the first slide, please? So this is her journey uh, from cancer to near-death experience and to true healing. So this I'm bringing to you as a collaborative initiative by PSSM Australia and Inner Awakening with Shivani as well. So before we start, just I'm already getting emotional. So just a disclaimer, and this book is have opened a lot of parts in me. And many of you know that I'm going through the same journey. So there will be incidents that I'll be crying, and I'm so sorry for that in advance. But I'll try my best to go through the book without crying. So thank you already for your patience and listening to me. Chandra, next slide, please. Thank you. So how will we approach this reading? So Anita has written from her personal experience in this book and understanding. So her perspective may differ from many other spiritual books or traditions on various aspects. And those aspects could be afterlife, karma. So our swadhyay is not to decide what is right or wrong or to debate spiritual philosophies or medical aspects of her healing. So we will approach this book with an open and curious mind, reflecting on what supports awareness, peace, and self-love. As Brahmashri Pitama Patriji encouraged, true spirituality is exploration and personal experience. Accept what resonates with you, question what doesn't, and leave aside what does not align with you. So let this be a journey of self discovery rather than a search for absolute conclusions. Next slide, please. So, why did I choose this book? And the one word is fear. So, many of you know that I was diagnosed with lung cancer with involvement in the brain in October 2024. Since then, I had been receiving targeted treatment. Now, my scans in June this year showed that the medicine was no longer working effectively in my brain and a new tumor had developed. The doctors decided that the best course of action was to change my medicine. Now, before beginning the new medicine, I needed to have a 4-day washout period without the treatment. I stopped taking my previous medicine this July 8th. Now, the following day, 9th, which was also my husband's birthday, I began to feel very unwell. By 10th July, it felt as though my entire body has shut down. I could not open eyes properly. I could not walk, eat, or do anything for myself. Now, my husband took me to the emergency department at Royal Melbourne Hospital, who knows here in Australia, and we had to leave our two boys at home. I was admitted at around 8 o'clock in the morning, but even by the evening, the doctors had not been able to identify what was happening. So, during those hours, an incident involving one of our friends kept replaying in my mind. Our friend, who was living with bowel cancer, had once gone to emergency with what appeared to be a normal infection, and he was admitted to intensive care and sadly never returned home. So that memory came back to me very strongly. Although I was trying to remain conscious of my thoughts and repeatedly affirming all is well in my world, deep inside, I was extremely frightened. The one question kept arising within me: will I return home or no? And with God's grace, I did return home. However, the experience left a deep imprint on my heart and my mind. And I kept thinking, what if I had not come back? What if I had died? What would have happened to my husband and my children? How will a family continue without me? And these thoughts became overwhelming, as you can see. It's still overwhelming to go back to the memory and think about that day, what the day was. So then I remembered after coming back home that, the fear is not going away, what to do. So then I remembered that someone had once suggested that read Dying to Be Me by Anita Moorjani. Since she has healed herself of cancer, I decided to read her story. So it felt like one of those beautiful synchronicities of the universe. At exactly the moment when I was struggling with the fear of death, this was the book that came back into my awareness. And it turned out to be exactly the book I needed. And all it talks about in the book is the fear. So, reading Anita's experience helped me face many of my fears, which is still in progress. It brought me comfort, peace, and a different perspective on life, death, illness, healing, and the deeper meaning of our existence. So I finished reading the book few days ago, and when I reached to the end, I felt very strongly that others also needed an opportunity to touch the essence of her message. So this is not simply a book about cancer. It is only about, it's not also not only about near death experience. It is a book about awakening. So it reminds us to look within ourselves. It asks us to examine how much of our life is being controlled by fear: fear of illness, fear of death, fear of rejection, fear of disappointing others, fear of not being good enough. And, I was talking to Chandra just before this, and I was like, Chandra, wish me all the best. And Chandra is like, it's easy for you. And I said, no, no, no. It is the first day, and, it's going to take time to finish the book. And I'm still fear of judgment because I knew that I won't be able to control my tears. So this is another fear of judgment that I recognize in me, that whenever I cry telling my story, there is a fear of judgment always in my mind, that people will think silly. So, but yeah, fear of losing the people and things we love. There are so many fears that we carry on day to day life. So the book invites us to ask whether we are truly living or merely surviving while constantly protecting ourselves from what might happen. It reminds us that life is not meant to be lived only through fear, pressure, expectations, and self judgment. It encourages us to recognize our own worth, to accept ourselves, and to live more authentically. For me, the most powerful message of this book is that we should not wait for an illness, a crisis, or a near death experience before we begin to value our life. That is why I chose this book for our Swadhyay. Perhaps through her journey, we can learn to live with a little less fear, a little more trust, great awareness, deeper self love, and greater gratitude for every day we are given. Next slide, please, Chandra. Thank you. So, Dr. Wayne Dyer, if everyone knows, he's from Hayes House, and he has written many books himself. What he's saying about the book, it's a message of love, hope, and spiritual identity. This is a love story, a big unconditional love story, a love story towards yourself. So this forward asks readers to replace fear with hope and remember the deeper self beyond body, success, and possessions. Dr. Wayne Dyer says this book is about a story of unconditional love, a message of hope replacing fear, an invitation to challenge established beliefs, a reminder to recognize our inner worth and magnificence, an account that gave readers greater peace about death. So the central message, as per Dr. Wayne Dyer, is love, self-acceptance, and recognition of our deeper spiritual nature are the foundations of Anita's experience. So he sees Anita's story as a living reminder that we are more than the visible details of life. Next slide, please. So what does Anita says in her introduction about her introduction in this book? So Anita says, so her intention behind sharing her story is that others do not have to go through what she went through. She does not present herself as a guru or create a fixed belief system. Her aim is to help each person connect with their own truth. So when she was in her NDE's near death experience, she felt that her experience and message will touch many lives, many people, and hence she was in a coma, she was nearly died. So she chose to come back to this earth only so that she knew that her story will help. So, how she shares her story, she wants to share her story by example, creating a very safe space for others and to discover their own truth. And she says that you do not need to have near death experience to heal. This is her important reminder to all of us. If you can just love yourself and get over your old belief system and start valuing yourself. So this book is divided in three parts. So the first part is how cultures and contradictory beliefs shaped her fears. The second part is the actual near death experience and what she understood about it. And the third part is about healing authentically and allowing her magnificence to shine. So, the third part is basically how, after her near death experience, she changed and started to live a better life. So, the core intention she's saying is to ignite the spark of magnificence and awaken the dormant guru within you. So, she's saying there is something inside you, that guru, that master, that can be awakened. And this is her intention while she's writing this book for all of us. Next slide, please. So now we are going to start the first chapter. So first part. So what is seeking, which is seeking the right way, which is the search for belonging, truth, and freedom from fear. So there is a prologue, the day I died, then how she grown up, then there were many religions, many paths, then is matchmaking missteps. She has explained uh, the turmoil in her brain when there was, her parents were looking a groom for her, and then she found the true love, and then there was a diagnosis of fear when the cancer was diagnosed, and then seeking salvation, how, what she could do in her power to get out of the cancer. And so this is the first part. Next slide, please, Chandra. So this is prologue, the day I died. So I want to read few things from the book itself so that you get, I do not want to, say it in my words. I have written it on the screen. You can refer it to the screen. However, I really want to read how she has explained that she had gone through when she actually died. So, the day I died. Oh my God, I feel incredible. I'm so free and light. How come I'm not feeling any more pain in my body? Where has it all gone? Hey, why does it seem like my surroundings are moving away from me? But I'm not scared. Why am I not scared? Where has my fear gone? Oh wow, I can't find the fear anymore. These were some of my thoughts as I was being rushed to the hospital and into a coma. It was February 2, 2006, a day that will be etched in my memory forever as the day I died. Your wife's heart may still be beating, but she is not really in there. It's too late to save her, she told my husband Danny. Who is the doctor talking about? I wondered. I never felt better in my life. And why do Mum and Danny look so frightened and worried? Mum, please don't cry. What's wrong? Are you crying? Because of me? Don't cry. I'm fine. Really, dear Mama, I am. I thought I was speaking those words aloud, but nothing came out. I had no voice. Look, Danny, I can move around without my wheelchair. This feels so amazing. And I'm not connected to the oxygen tank anymore. Oh, wow. My breathing is no longer labored. And my skin lesions are gone. They are no longer weeping and painful. After 4 agonizing years, I'm finally healed. I was in a state of pure joy and jubilation. Finally, I was free from the pain caused by the cancer that had ravaged my body. I wanted them to be happy for me. Why weren't they happy? Please, there must be something you can do. Danny and my mother pleaded with the doctor. It's only a matter of hours for her, the oncologist argued. Don't listen to the doctor. Danny, please don't listen to her. Why is she saying that? I'm still here. And I'm fine. Better than fine. In fact, I feel great. I couldn't understand why, but I experienced what everyone was going through, both my family members as well as the doctor. I could actually feel their fear, anxiety, helplessness, and despair. It was as though their emotions were mine. It was as though I became them. But as soon as I started to get emotionally attached to the drama taking place around me, I also felt myself being simultaneously pulled away, as though there was a bigger picture, a grander plan that was unfolding. I could feel my attachment to the scene receding as I began to realize that everything was perfect and going according to the plan in the greater tapestry. It was then that the realization truly set in that I was actually dying. Oh, I'm dying. Is this what it feels like? It's nothing like I ever imagined. I feel so beautifully peaceful and calm, and feel healed at last. I then understood that even if my physical body stopped, everything is still perfect in the greater tapestry of life, for we never truly die. I felt no attachment to my limp body as it lay there on the hospital bed. It didn't feel as though it were mine. I felt free, liberated, and magnificent. Every pain, ache, sadness, and sorrow was gone. I then had a sense of being encompassed by something that I can only describe as pure, unconditional love. But even the word love doesn't do its justice. It was the deepest kind of caring, and I'd never experienced it before. It was beyond any physical form of affection that we can imagine, and it was unconditional. This was mine, regardless of what I'd ever done. I didn't have to do anything or behave a certain way to deserve it. This love was for me, no matter what. I felt completely bathed and renewed in this energy, and it made me feel as though I belonged, as though I'd finally arrived after all those years of struggle, pain, anxiety, and fear. I had finally come home. So this was the prologue, the exact wordings of Anita, as described in the book, The Day She Died. So with this, we will end the session today, the reading. And thank you for bearing with me and listening to me. And we are now open for question and answers or anything. Is there anyone new today, very new to this? Yes, Chandra.
Yeah, the question I had is like when you were reading the book, so basically when she came out of the body, she felt so free, and then she felt as if she don't have any illness, right? That's why she felt so relieved.
Yes.
And is that my understanding correct? So she could not talk to anyone,
Yep.
and anyone others cannot see her, but she okay. So she
Yep.
could actually remember that experience and write it. That's good.
Yes. Yeah. So she went into the coma. So for others, everyone around her, the body was dead. She was nearly, the doctor said it is only 2, 3 hours, not more than that. And she was lying as every coma patient is. However, she felt herself in the universe, and she felt free. She felt there was no pain in the body. Everything was healed. There was nothing she could feel. And she's also explaining that she did not feel even the attachment to the body. So it was all free, and she felt immense love. And she said that the love is kind of love that she doesn't have to do anything to deserve that love. She felt belonged into that place, and there was just a feeling of oneness in that moment. And but
Very good.
she but
Yeah.
and at the same time, she could also hear what the oncologist, her doctor, is telling her mother. She could, at the same time, she could feel the anxiety in her mother and husband's heart, or talks, or whatever. And she could also hear what the doctor is saying. Whereas, if we will, as we go through the chapters, we will know that her husband and doctor was quite far away from her body, where she was lying. They were far away from the room, but still she could hear all the conversations. So it was happening, everything was happening in one moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a bit surprised that despite she feeling so much freedom, she decided to come back to her dying body. In the sense that must be some kind of maybe we'll come to know in future chapters, right?
Yes.
Why
Yep.
she come back.
Yep.
I think a lot of souls decide to leave because let's get rid of this body, take a
Yes.
new one.
Yes. 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 So I was asking, who is someone is very new first for the first time in on this platform.
Yes, Shivani, I'm new.
Who's there? Sorry, can I please? Uh,
Rupali.
Rupali. Yes, Rupali. So you're new to the PSSM, right?
Yes, actually, this Saturday I went to Cathal. Actually, I'm in touch with Preeti.
Yep.
So she asked me to come there. So I went there and I joined a workshop. So yeah, after that I have started regularly meditating. For last 4 days, I'm regularly meditating.
Yeah.
I did Vipassana in December 2023 or 4. I don't remember exactly. I
Yeah.
think 24. But
Yeah.
after that, I wanted to meditate, but I was not able to continue somehow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why I was thinking that maybe if I, she said like, come here. I know something is waiting for you.
Yes.
she kept on calling me, but this time she said you have to come.
Yes.
I have instinct that there is something that is calling me,
Yes. Yeah.
so that's why I went this time. And yeah, after that, uh, I have started meditating. I felt
Perfect.
very good when I went there. So I saw your this WhatsApp status. So I
Yeah.
thought I will start joining this session also.
Yes.
But I was not aware about. I thought you are fully recovered, Shivani. we were
I
not
am,
in
I
touch for
am,
a
I am affirming that yes, I am. I'm believing that. Is just the thing is, for the background, everyone. This is my friend from my childhood friend, my school friend from India, and she joined today after looking at my status. So yeah, the crying is more is if anyone else also, tell their story, I will cry. This is just the emotional part. And this is, I think, the compassion that's coming towards that Shivani, that had gone through that, day and the time sometimes, I guess, and it's mixed feelings. And so, again, as I said, there's a disclaimer. It is touching very deep parts of me, and you might see me cry later as well. So please bear with me while we are doing this book. And thank you so much for your patience.
Thank you, Shivani.
Yes,
I'll talk to you.
yes, thank you.
Yeah.
So, does anyone, or Rupali, you want to share what attracted you to this book?
I'll be very honest. Just I read the status. Actually, I read one book, Many Lives, Many Masters. Then I
Yeah,
read autobiography of Yogi.
yeah,
So before I went to Vipassana, or before I read these two books, I will say, I never used to believe in these things, spirituality. I mean, I was not much involved in this.
yeah,
I was like, कि भगवान को किसने देखा है? Who have seen God?
yes,
But after reading those two books, my perspective changed. Like
great.
I start believing that yeah, there is some power in the universe.
Yeah,
Everything we should at least start believing, and then we should try rather than just saying no.
yes,
No, these things does not exist. At
yes,
least when you are reading something, they are sharing that with their knowledge.
yeah,
So we should at least start believing, and then we should at least see how it works, how it looks. So the title of this book was like it attracted me.
yeah, great. Thank you for sharing, Rupali. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Does anyone else want to share what attracted to this book, or any experience or any thoughts?
Hey Shivani, thank you so much for taking this question. Yeah, I had gone through this book just now, and there is a coincidence with me and Shivi. Like we both choose this book at the same time, and we
Mm.
were not aware that we both are reading the same book, like the same time intention, and we started. For me, it was just like I was going through one another book. That's the Osho's book, From Medication to Meditation. It's like the 2 3 days passed on, and I was going through how the body start playing the smart role with us in after reading our emotions and fears. And then one day, it's just like a, this book came into my mind from nowhere, that I have to read this book, Dying to Be Me. And then I started thinking that what is exactly the meaning of dying to be me here? Need to know that's a story of a like author story when she was dying, but definitely a message for everyone. So for me, like I wanted to explore what is dying in me, where
Mm.
I have to address and where I have to work on myself. And luckily, from the book, I got where I need to work on. So
Yeah,
it's good, like if everybody go through with the book by their own, like Shivi is doing, sharing the understanding and everything. But yes, it's our own experience, how we perceive the book,
yeah.
and we all will share it together. So thank you for taking this book, Shivi.
Thank you. Thank you, Kanchan, for sharing. And also to everyone, if you are reading the book alongside, please feel free to share your perspective, your understanding, because this is a swadhyay. It's not that I'm doing it alone. We need to do it together. And also, when you're sharing your perspective, it helps us to understand the same thing with different, viewpoint, and that gives a eagle eye view on the topic. So it will be wonderful. And if you can please come forward with your understanding of the book, if you're reading chapter by chapter. So we will start we will finish the first chapter tomorrow. Yes, Sindhu. And can I please request to open your video?
Sorry, Shivani and everybody. Good evening. I actually joined very, very late because I wasn't sure if I could even dial into this call. But luckily, I just dialed in 5 minutes before you stopped reading the book. But I did read the book yesterday, just a little bit, the introduction, maybe the preface of the book, on how she was actually thanking her family and her father who was not there. No, I started, but then I couldn't continue. But actually, before I sleep, I'm going to read a bit of a book. Maybe in the next session, I'll be able to share with you.
Okay.
But when is the next one? When is the next session?
So we are having this session every day because
Okay, so
I
tomorrow.
tomorrow. So just
Okay,
to let you know, we want to finish this book. There are only 18 chapters and then
okay,
question and answers. So we want to finish within 2 or 3 weeks. I didn't
okay,
want to
great.
do delayed reading so that we lose the interest. So we will
Okay,
finish. So
sure.
the session will be like we'll do the reading, then Q&A, if there is
Hmm.
any experience sharing or anything like that, and then little bit of meditation as well. Uh, and this is how we will progress, and we should be able to finish within 3 weeks or maybe 4 weeks this book, depending how we are going with our swadhyay and sharing of our experiences. If we
Okay.
need more time to discuss a topic and we want to talk more, please be open to say it, personal message, in the group message, in the chats, whatever it is, whatever you're feeling. And then, we will go as per everyone's choice.
Yeah, I'll try my best to join Shivani, but definitely I'm reading the book because it's just that this time is a bit of a crunch for me.
Yeah.
But I'll try my best where possible to join 9 to 9:30.
Yes.
But I will read the book tonight, and hopefully tomorrow I should, because somehow this book attracted me in multiple ways. And then as I messaged this morning, as you posted the link, I got another message from somebody about the same
Yes.
book, and which is actually pulling me to actually read the book. Something is pulling me towards it, so I
Yeah.
definitely want to continue reading the book, and hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to share something. And I look forward to
Yes.
talking more about the book. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing, Sindhu. Thank you. Um, Anyone else?
Yes. Shivi, when we are saying every day, are we doing this book on Saturday, Sundays as well?
No, sorry, I forgot to mention.
That's
No
what I want to
weekends.
clarify.
Yeah, yeah.
That
No
was my next
weekends.
question.
No Saturday, Sunday. And now that we have
Weekdays.
PSSM family here, just to announce, we are doing silent Saturdays from this Saturday. So please join everyone with the Zoom link, the same Zoom link, but it will be silence. There will be no music. And again, just to say and the reminder that silence doesn't take away the energies of the group. In fact, it helps you to go more deeper within yourself, and this will also help you that when you are sitting in a noisy place, how to just close your eyes and just go inside. So there doesn't need to be music all the time. So we have discussed amongst the team, and we are hoping this will definitely a next step towards a better meditation. So again, after a few Saturdays, if there are any feedback, if there anything concerning, if you don't like anything, please feel free to come back to us, and we will definitely try to rectify or work on it. Thank you. Yes, Sindhu.
So Shivani, if I may understand, I didn't quite understand. So when you said silence on Saturday without music, does it mean that the Zoom link will be open for people to just meditate with silence?
Yeah. The Zoom link is
Okay.
open to get the group, so you still get the group energies. So everyone can join
Oh, okay.
to the same Zoom link as they were doing, and but there
Okay.
will be no music. That's the
What
only thing.
what time?
Nine, every day nine,
9
9 to 10
in the morning.
evening.
Oh, sorry. You're saying 9 to 10. Because
Yeah.
for a second I was thinking the whole day are you going to have the Zoom
No,
link
no,
open?
no.
I remembered Sampath sir where he says half a day or one full day he maintains silence. I thought you were all inspired by him.
No, we,
Okay.
we are definitely inspired by him. But it is just for the Saturdays 9 to 10 for the
Oh, okay.
regular people as well. 9 to 10 is a silent Zoom link meditation. Sunday will be music. And for next 2-3 weeks on weekdays, we are going to have this book reading.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else would like to share why this book attracted or no? Okay. Please feel, yes,
This
Namita.
book attracted because you're reading it.
Thank
We're
you.
gonna join and listen.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
You're doing well, Shivani. That's
Thank you
fine.
so much.
Emotions comes and go. Yeah,
Thank you.
make you more stronger.
Thank you for your kind words. Thank you so much. All right. Let's do some meditation then, Chandra. If you're, can you please play the music? Thank you. Sit in comfortable position. Cross your legs, cross your